Gracias. Can you hear me? Yeah. I will speak in English, so she will translate. So I'm glad to be here tonight. Thank you very much. I'm always cautious when someone introduces you. You know, to listen. I listened very carefully to what he said, even though I was trying to translate it. But several years ago, I was in Paris giving a talk, and the person said that I was a warm individual and a model speaker. But he said it in French. So I was going back to the hotel, and my wife speaks French, and she said to me, "What did you think of that introduction?" And I said, "I thought that was pretty good." She said, "I'm not so sure. You should check." So I go back, I look up the dictionary, and it says model. It says a small replica of the original. And then I look up warm, and it says not so hot. So I'm very careful, but I appreciate your words. Also, he said I was from the U.S. You know, for about the last 2.5 years, 3 years when I'm in Europe, and people ask you where you are, I'm very cautious. I say, maybe Canada, because the political situation up until yesterday has been so difficult that I say, I'm not so sure where I'm from. You know, I have to, maybe Canada gets a lot better response. For sure, I would guarantee you that when I travel to Jordan and you're in the Middle East, Canada is a lot more positive answer. So I'm glad to be here tonight, and I'm going to talk to you about what I consider marketing in the right way. My involvement in the education market has come from business. I've spent 35 years in the business marketplace, managing international businesses. And after I retired from that, I had been on the board of the graduate school at the University of California, and I got involved in teaching, just accidentally. And it's been so much fun that now I do it for a lot of fun. Okay? So hopefully these ideas will help. What I'm going to really tell you is some of the things that I do with my clients today that are very useful. And I hope when you leave here tonight, that you can at least come up with one thing that you could use immediately. Especially today, in our difficult times, we need things that we can do to help business right away. So, this is a gazelle. How many people have read Thomas Friedman's book on The World is Flat? Or has heard it? Okay. This is a gazelle. Every morning in Africa, the gazelle wakes up. The gazelle knows that it must run faster than the fastest lion, or it will be eaten. Every morning, the lion wakes up, and it knows that it must run faster than the slowest gazelle, or it will starve to death. So every morning when the sun comes up, doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When you get up, you have to start running. Okay? So now the interesting part about that is that that's an African proverb that Tom Friedman saw in a manufacturing plant in China. Okay, so an American reading an African proverb in a Chinese manufacturing plant goes up to the title here of Innovation Internationally. Okay, and so nothing could be more important right now than in our situations with marketing, products, companies, than when we get up in the morning we have to start running. Okay, so what you can expect today, I'm going to go through a session. Hopefully it'll be insightful, practical application. So really, when you leave, you should be able to implement something that we talk about. You can build your skills and learn new ideas that we can use today. Okay, so why are we here as individuals and as companies? All our companies need to grow. Right? That's what our job is. Right? All companies need to grow. And so that's our job. The competitive market is very, very intense. The ideas that John and Bert went over are fantastic and show ways to jump over the competition. The buyers are smarter. Every company I deal with, the buyers are smarter. They go to find schools, they get educated, they read the internet, they price shop, right? They read studies. The buyers are so smart today that if we're not running faster, they catch us. The complexity of many of the sales processes today has intensified, especially with complex products. We want to develop customers. And today's challenging market, the economic situation everywhere around the world is not easy, right? I just came from the Czech Republic, and they're worried about it. I was in Hungary last week, and over the weekend, and the question was whether Hungary was going to go bankrupt, whether they were going to be the second country to go bankrupt after Iceland. Over the weekend, that was the big bet, so I had to get rid of all my Hungarian money, forints. Okay, so it's very challenging out there. So we have to be able to do things that are helpful. So my intent is what I use as a practice when I work with people is what I call the right way to market, and it works in conjunction with what the guys said here. In lateral marketing, it's very effective, but while we're doing that, we have to do other things too. We have to do multiple things at the same time. So I consider 4 things, because I can't really work on more than 4 at one time. So 4 things, if I can focus on 4 things, that's pretty good. And the first one is retention and growth of our customers. Innovation, as I said, innovation for products, innovation for services, innovation in the way you get to your customers. And then technology, using technology. And employing today's new workers. So those 4 things, if we can do those, we can be pretty effective. So